Hey, I hope you're all well. Welcome to my video about my Leica Q. I bought this camera in 2016 and I absolutely love it. I think it's probably the best camera I've owned during my 15 years as a working photographer. For a camera that came out 5 years ago, I still think it's relevant and packs a massive punch today and can definitely hold itself up there with many of the modern releases. I shoot on average around 1,200 pictures at a wedding, and I think during the time of owning this I've definitely shot over 100,000 pictures. There's a lot of videos surrounding this camera on YouTube and you've probably watched a lot of them, and if you're considering getting one, I think you should. I don't think you'll regret it. I confidently use this camera as a working tool, and I use it on jobs and I use it at weddings and commercial shoots. It delivers a great picture on the fixed 28mm lens. It's beautifully sharp at 1.7. The edge-to-edge sharpness as you stop it down to 5.6 f8 is just amazing as well. I've shot loads of beautiful landscapes with this camera on holiday, and it's the perfect camera to take on holiday. You can sling it around your neck, chuck it in your rucksack. It's absolutely great. And as cliche as it sounds, it's really discreet, it's silent, and it certainly, you feel very engaged when using this camera. The manual focus on it's beautiful, it's smooth, and the electronic viewfinder, if you use focus peaking as well, allows you to really nail that manual focusing. You know, the manual focusing acquisition's lovely, and I actually use it in manual focusing a lot. I think one negative about this camera is probably the buffer. The buffer it fills up very quickly when you're shooting raw pictures. Around 8 to 10 images, and then the camera will just freeze, and just while it's processing, even with a high-speed card. I know that one of the Leica ambassadors, Greg Williams, whose work you should most definitely check out, I know that he uses 2 Leica Qs on big events because it means that if he fills the buffer up on one, he can drop that one and immediately pick up his second camera, and he's there, he's on the moment. Me, on the other hand, I've only got one of these cameras, and I think because of the buffer, it's allowed me to, I work around it. I now know the limitations of the camera, and I just change the way I shoot. And if anything, it's probably slowed me down as a photographer because, you know, having owned the Canon 1Ds and everything, it's very easy to absolutely hoover everything up and mow it down with your camera, which is amazing, and that, you know, it has its place. But during a wedding, I think this has been the camera of my career, if I'm completely honest, and I think this is the camera that has almost helped me progress as a photographer, and it was the gateway into the Leica system, which I've now got, you know, as my main camera system is Leica, using the SL and the Q. But it's a beautiful camera, it's absolutely amazing, and I think you should definitely get one if you're considering it. Do it. And if you're going to get the Leica Q2, I've not seen one, but I imagine that's, you know, if not just a little bit better than this camera. But the benefit of that camera being out means that this one's going to be a lot more affordable on the second-hand market.